Butler, and yes, I know I do look a little fresh. I look a little fresh. What's going on with the Rock With Me Nation? Yeah, we in here. We in here. Come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna wait till y'all get here and everything like that. I said it's a special live Monday. I did some stuff I wanted to talk about. It's like, man, what is going on? Feel like Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Y'all come on in. We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna get to it. I don't know why I hear Frankie Beverly and Maze singing happy People in the background, and that's clearly not what's playing, but that's the song, the prevailing song that I hear in my head. Happy People by Frankie Beverly. Yeah. We're gonna get in here. Now, a lot to talk about, man. I hope y'all get on in here. We get it started and everything. I want to start off with some stuff that's kind of light and everything like that. Shout out to the Rock With Me Nation. Shout out to the Recast T'Challa movement. Shout out to everybody that's just holding it down, doing what they're doing and everything like that. Have y'all been paying attention to Disney Plus? I know I have, because I watch Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes. I watch Avengers: Earth Mightiest Hero. What's going on, D? What's going on? So I noticed in my diligence to watch Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes, you click on the banner, Disney Plus. I got Black Panther as my icon and everything like that. I got that icon. But y'all seen where it says the Black Panther collection? My wife, the Sky Bunny show. It says the Black Panther collection. And I'm like, the Black Panther collection? Now, mind you, I seen this for 2-3 days, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I get down. I'll be like, man, I don't really want to click on this. So it's sitting up there for the longest time, but I'm not clicking on it. I see T'Challa. I'm just not really feeling it. So still got my Earth Mightiest Hero Blu-ray. Yeah, that's my thing. My wife will tell you, like we almost watch Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes every day. It's my go-to. Right before I go to bed, Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes. It's my go-to. So I see the thing, it say Black Panther collection, Disney Plus. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking for this to be Disney Plus, Marvel, I'm thinking what I'm fixing to get, I said fictional, I'm from the country. I'm thinking what I'm fixing to get is everything that T'Challa then showed up in. Like, I'm finna get some Fantastic Four cartoons. I'm finna get some X-Men cartoons. I'm finna get the new Avengers of Iron Man cartoon. I'm thinking everything, because it's right there under Marvel. We're not finna act like that. Even his appearances in Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes, Avengers Assemble. I'm thinking all of that would fall up under the Black Panther collection, because that's a hellified collection. You right, Steezel. None of that. Even when somebody can get some education, some free education as to what T'Challa's capable of, you still can't get it on Disney Plus. Even though they're telling you, we got the Black Panther collection right here. Which is crazy. Because you would think, you like, Black Panther collection? If I'm being fair, I would have thought that because they move forward, we see the banner, the Marvel banner, you see the character updates in there. You see Sam Wilson as, you see Sam Wilson. Y'all see Sam Wilson? You see Sam Wilson. You see Sam Wilson as a new Captain America. You see Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. So I would have thought that based on how they was moving things late last year, that because we got a movie on Disney Plus with Letitia Wright as Shuri as Black Panther. I just would have thought that because that was the direction that we was headed. But it seems like Disney is not willing to let T'Challa go. Come on, your kid, what's going on? What's going on? It seems like Disney does not want to let T'Challa go, and I can respect that. That's the smartest thing in the world. Don't let him go, because if you let him go, you let him go. You letting go quite a few people. Cat Williams, the Rock With Me Nation, Recast T'Challa. We still need our tickets, front row tickets to your next comedy show. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, don't cat, me and you about the same height. Don't make me come see you about them tickets. So we got that and everything like that, and I'm like, okay. So we got that, and we saw some banners, some other banners on Twitter where we see T'Challa. So it's clear that while some people would like to move forward from T'Challa, aside from recast T'Challa, and I'm gonna say fans of Chadwick Boseman, aside from those fan bases, it's safe to say that Disney ain't ready to let him go either. So I think that's a good move. Hopefully they know what they're doing over there and everything like that. I wanna keep the thing moving though. I want to keep this show moving. That was Disney. I want to start it off light. I want to start the show off light and everything like that. I didn't want to get too serious. We do have Black History Month. Oh Lord, I'm about to break something. My wife gonna kill me. We do have Black History Month coming up in the next couple of days. Black History Month. It's crazy because we literally have been talking about Black history. What we literally have been talking about Black history for how long now? About 2 months consecutive. We've been talking about Black history, the significance of Black representation. We have, and so let me start it off with this one right here. Yeah, I think we can go here. Ed Reed, Bethune-Cookman, Shannon Sharpe. I think there was an opportunity that was missed. I knew they would drop Wakanda Forever and Black History Month. Yeah. Perk Minded in the building. Thank you so much for showing up. I think there was an opportunity that was missed. I think we have two, well, actually, I'm gonna say three grown men, men that I have come acquainted with as I've grown up. Reggie Theus, NBA basketball player. Ed Reed, Hall of Fame safety for the Baltimore Ravens. Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Fame tight end, Denver Broncos, two-time Super Bowl champion, just like Ed Reed. NFL Hall of Famer, both of them NFL Hall of Famers. I think we have a missed opportunity. And I really wish the brothers could get it together. Shannon Sharpe is an analyst. That's his job and everything like that. And I don't find what Shannon Sharpe said to be wrong. He gets paid to analyze and everything like that. And he says he wished Ed Reed would have just did it differently. As someone once told me, my ex-wife, I'm gonna give her due. Everybody plays the part. Bethune-Cookman knew that they had opportunities. That's the word we like to call them when we say things you could improve upon. That they needed to improve upon prior to Ed Reed getting there. I don't think Ed Reed should have walked into a dirty office. I don't believe that. I don't believe Ed Reed should have been asked to have the players, football players, pick up trash. I don't believe that. I believe you got to meet somebody halfway. So I believe those issues should have been addressed before Ed Reed got there. The other opportunities there at Bethune-Cookman, those opportunities exist at damn near every HBCU, if I'm not mistaken. And as we stated on the live last week, what did I say? Whose responsibility is it to make sure that HBCUs are on even playing fields? Well, that question got a little bit more easier when, shout out to my brother, Be Real with D Real. There are 6 black billionaires in this country. 6 black billionaires. Now, Bob Knight is a billionaire. I don't think anybody else has to help out Oregon. I don't think anybody else has to help out Oregon. I think Bob Knight got that by himself. Alumni from Oregon, they don't need no help. We have 6 billionaires in America, black billionaires in America. And I don't know how many black millionaires in the country. So if we understand, as Shannon Sharpe alluded to, that the HBCUs are underfunded, that falls on the shoulders of the United States government, but they're not going to do it. So who else we looking for? Or are we going to keep, what's going on, Brother Ray? What's going on? What's going on, Big Ten? What's going on? Who else we finna look at to resolve the issue? Are we going to continue to report the news, or are we going to do something about it? we have been talking about HBCUs being underfunded since I was in my 20s. I am now, that was 30 something years ago. So we're going to keep talking about it. Well, and I'm not checking for anybody's pockets, but if we say we want black people to be better, and I'm just gonna throw this out there, when Shannon Sharpe got into his sideline altercation with the Memphis Grizzlies, that cardigan sweater that he had on, nice cardigan sweater by the way, very nice, about $5,000. About $5,000. Really, when it's all said and done, we talk about taking care of one another. I could just as easily as flip this back to Black Panther 2. Chadwick Boseman went to Howard. What has Marvel done for Howard that's significant to get Howard on the same playing field with other institutions that aren't HBCUs? What has the cast and crew done? Because I'm not a millionaire. Hell, I'm not a thousandaire. But I do know what responsibility looked like in the black community. And we have historical evidence of what it looked like when we took care of each other, right? Right? We know what happened when we say, hey, we're going to do it ourselves. We've been very, very successful when we said we were going to do it ourselves. What's so different this time around? I don't want to go down memory lane and point out the cities, the settlements that we established as people that were very, very successful. I don't feel like I have to do that because they right there in the textbooks, right? They right there in the textbooks, they right there in the history books. But oh, wait a minute. We don't like to read. Oldest damn joke, stereotypical joke in regards to black people, and it's still prevalent in 2023. Damnedest thing. I wouldn't have him on. But we getting ready to celebrate Black History Month though. As people, even though we don't acknowledge each other as being black, as people, I think we got some questions, some concerns. I'm not real sure about what black is in 2023. I got questions, and I think those questions are fair. As we, because Black History Month starts in a couple of days, right? Okay. I want to talk about Marcus Stokes. Like I said, I talked about Ed Reed. I talked about Shannon Sharpe. I was like, okay, we need to get that better, the communication, because like I said, an opportunity was lost. Bethune-Cookman still needs a head coach that's invested in not only their program, but the educational institution as a whole. Deion Sanders was that. I think what wound up happening when it came to Ed Reed, he didn't understand what Deion had to go through from day one. Jackson State wasn't fixed when Deion Sanders got there. He did his best to fix it while he was there. That's what the opportunities were missed when it comes to Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman. I wish they would revisit the situation. I would like to think that as an institution, as an NFL Hall of Famer, we could show black people what resolving conflict looked like. These two men, Reggie Theus, the athletic director, he and Ed Reed could sit down, have a conversation. They could come forth in front of the cameras and say, hey, we understand that mistakes, opportunities were missed on both sides, and they go forth and lead this institution to greatness. That is what I would like to see happen. Put the egos to the side, because if it's about the children, if it's about the kids, if it's about those young men, then that's what that should be. And everybody, Bethune-Cookman should be able to realize they have a great opportunity in Ed Reed. Ed Reed should be able to look at Bethune-Cookman and realize he has a great opportunity there and move forward. But as I said, though, February, Black History Month is in the next couple of days, like it's the day after tomorrow. And I want to talk about something else that's confusing to me when it comes to being black. Marcus Stokes, high school quarterback, 5-star, highly touted, was he had been recruited heavily by Florida, was offered a scholarship, had his scholarship pulled when he was a video surfaced of him singing along with a rap song, and he used the word nigger. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. He used nigger. He didn't say nigger. He said nigger, and said welcome back, nigga. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my wife. What's this stream about, Ashura? This stream is about, it's a little bit about it's about what is black. Like, I guess I could do that because I ain't even got to the meat and potatoes of where it's at right now, because I just felt like there was some stuff going on that's awry. And as a black man in my 50s, I'm still confused. We started off talking about what was going on with Black Panther over there on Disney Plus, the banners and everything, because I like to start off my shows with a little levity. But this one, in order to fix HBCUs, folks will have to check their egos. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Marcus Stokes, young white man, high schooler, like I said, 5-star quarterback, sing along to a rap song in his car, uploaded it to TikTok, and University of Florida yanked his scholarship. Albany State offered him a scholarship. And when the president from Albany State got back, I guess off his vacation and everything like that, he yanked Marcus Stokes' scholarship. I'm gonna tell you why I'm confused, and y'all know we've been talking about this on this channel and everything like that, because I believe everything is relative. I believe everything is relative. And see, confusion when it comes to being black is something that's been going on since before I was born. But we saw it real hard during the recast T'Challa movement. When they said we're not recasting T'Challa, we saw it real hard. We saw how fragmented the black community was. And that, I can't lie, I can't speak for anybody else. That kind of bothers me, because February is right around the corner, and I know quite a few people finna be singing "We Shall Overcome" and "Black People United" and "Black Lives Matter," and I'm gonna be looking at them and be like, "But I know you black, and I know Black Lives Matter, but do Black Lives matter to you?" We finna get there. We finna get there. But it's in the lyrics, sang by a black man. Shaking my head. Exactly. Thank you, Ashura. That part right there. That part right there. He was singing a rap song. What's the most popular form of music today? It's rap music. Well, hell, who we think ain't listening to rap music right now? Like this, who we think ain't listening to rap music right now? Like let's be clear. And I'll be honest with you. I tried to find a damn song that he was rapping along with, and every song that I Googled, that I listened to, that had lyrics, similar lyrics like that, had the word nigga in there. And they said the word nigga, I don't know how many times. And they ain't saying it with the ER, they saying it with the A. So when he's singing, if you close his eyes, he said, "Welcome back, nigga." He don't sound no different than the typical brother or sister, high school student, college student, listening to music in his car, singing along with it. He don't. So my confusion, because see, I was raised for the longest time that as long as you said it with the A, that was a term of endearment. That was a term of affection. You said it with the A, you said nigga, not nigger. You say nigga, everybody cool. Man, that's what's up. And if you say it with the ER, the hard ER sound, and you don't look like me, we know you mean it in an offensive term, that you trying to come at me. We know that, but hold on. How many of us in this chat have gotten into an altercation, verbal, physical, where somebody that was black referred to you as a nigga with the A sound, and they didn't mean it as a term of endearment? I'll wait. F you nigga, bump you nigga, come see about me nigga, run me to one nigga. Like I've heard nigga used with the A sound, but it's not used, the context that it's in, it's not a form of endearment, it's a threat. But wait. Weren't we told as black people that the reason we still use the word nigga is to take power away from it? That's what we was told. We use it as a term of endearment to take power away from it so we won't get mad. What's going on, Big Corey? Ain't that what we said? So if we supposed to be able to use nigga with the A sound and it be accepted as a term of endearment, affection, and he used it in a rap song doing what, hell, it's more than just him out there doing it. Like every kid that listens to rap music sings the word nigga in their rap lyric. Why did he get his scholarship pulled? And maybe we need to stop lying to ourselves about whether or not nigga is offensive. Maybe we need to be more consistent, because I'm confused. I don't necessarily care for the word and everything like that, but I can tell you I've been called nigga in a threatening, derogatory manner way more times by black people than the racists. So clearly the word still bothers us. This is part 2 from last week's stream. Could be D. Steezel. Yeah, we'll say that, D. Steezel. The only word that contradicts it is self-love and hate. Stop saying it. Exactly. I thought nigga and nigga the same, like a soft version like Negro. No, nigga is supposed to be the affectionate term. You know, I put my arm, what's up, my nigga? That's how he used it. Okay. So now what we saying? Because as my barber, shout out to Tanakas who cut me up at old school barbershop and everything like that. There are some of us in America who allow other ethnic groups, cultures to use the word nigga around us freely, and we're not gonna get mad. We're not. So why did his scholarship get pulled? What I'm curious, and I told my wife I was gonna ask this question tonight. And the reason why I'm doing this live is because I really wanted this to be a healthy go back and forth. Why did he get his scholarship pulled? Because I'm willing to bet the president at Albany State, I know he ain't asked his football coaches what his players be listening to. I know it. Watch this. As I explained to my wife last night, I could go the rest of my life not using the word nigga, not just not. But I know, you just like you know, that there are some songs that don't hit like they should, like they would if the word nigga ain't in it. Watch this. C Murder. Hitters. Right? What did he say? Because the clean version say, I die for my hitters. I ride for my hitters. He say that. That song don't sound, the song don't hit like it's like it do hit when you say nigga. I get it. We put that in the song. We as black folks, as black musicians, black recording artists, we're putting this out there. And we don't think, because that's a banger, that his scholarship was pulled to avoid any more embarrassment to the school. You know what's embarrassing to the school? The fact that, watch this. That's not what's embarrassing to the school. What's embarrassing to the school is your NIL deal falling through with that quarterback that was supposed. That's what's embarrassing, because that impacts your recruiting. Black kids that play college football ain't pressed about this boy saying nigga. They not. Now I want to look at older black folks and ask us why we press when we let our children use the word nigga all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. So if the word nigga is offensive and we don't want anybody using it, why are we letting our kids use it? If that's the case, we really need to go ahead and change the music back the way it used to, when we had to put the warning label on the music and the music always had to play the clean version, and you couldn't buy them damn CDs or that music if your ass wasn't 18 or older. That's what we need to go back to, but we're not going to do that though, because the music industry want that money though. So I go back to it, because I was really hoping that the president from Albany State was going to be an open-minded brother and be like, I know what's going on my own campus. I know I got black teenagers attending classes every day. Black football coaches, I'm gonna say black football players attending practice every day. Black coaches allowing music to be played in the locker room that uses the word nigger? Are we really thinking the white guy that's in the locker room listening to music that's pumped in there to get the team's hype, that's got the word nigger in it, ain't really? Is that where we at? We can't be that damn simple-minded. And if the word is offensive, because now I need to ask the question, nigger is supposed to be used, that's supposed to be a term of endearment, right? That's supposed to be a term of endearment, affection. Or is it's only a term of endearment and affection when we use it to one another? And if it's only a term of endearment when we use it to one another, then is it that it's not the word, it's who says it? And if it's who says it, because I had to look it up again today, and it still really don't make no sense to me, because I keep being told black people can't be racist. Is it that black people are bigots when it comes to the word nigger? Because if you can insult your brother and sister by calling them a nigger, what is it? We do this in music all day, every day. And as I said to my daughter, who goes to North Carolina A&T, I know the racial slurs. I do. Myself, D. Steezel, Mr. Ray Smith, Grand Madam Tarot, we come from a time when all them jokes used to be told in the 70s. You think Rudy Ray Moore? The Signified Monkey? Oh, them jokes was all over the place back in the day. I don't use them. But watch this. I don't think I've ever heard a song with a Latino artist and they use they use a slur that describes their race in their song. I don't think they greet one another. I don't think as many times I've heard Asian artists, musicians make music, there's a slur that I've never heard them use that describes them. There's a slur, that slur I've never heard in their music. I've never heard an Asian person, and I found myself around Asian people. I've never seen Asian people greet one another by using the racial slur that stereotypically applies to it. I've never seen that. Never glorified, whether they be Italian or not. I've never seen it. So let me get these comments. Black folks think they have power because they can say it and whites can't. But how much power do you have, these things, if a black person can still piss you off by using the word? That word still got power. It still got power. If the white person can say it and make you mad to the point, because we've seen videos where I know I saw one. It was an older white dude, and he called this young black dude a nigger. And the black dude said, "What'd you say to me?" He said, "You heard me, nigger." Well, he didn't say nigger. He said, "Nigger, you heard me, nigger." And the black boy, and he said, black young man said, "Say that one more time." And I thought Pops was trying to commit suicide because Pops was about 80. I think he just woke up out the bed that morning and said, "You know what? It's time for me to go, and I ain't got the nerve to do this myself. So I'm gonna run up and have somebody just put me out my misery." He repeated it. "You heard me, nigger." And the brother two-pieced it. Pops fell right back on his head. Everybody was mad at the brother. I was like, man, but if the word don't bother you, ain't supposed to. We said we depowered it. And how long ago did we take power away from this word? What was it, about 40-some years ago? So why this word still pissing people off? He didn't even use the ER. He said it the way it was supposed to be said. But people still got pissed off. So if you can still be pissed off, regardless how anybody uses the word, regardless of what race, ethnicity they are, this word still got power. It do. Matter of fact, the only reason why you use the word in the song is because it got power. That word hit harder than brother, my dog, you nephew. Snoop tried to say nephew a long time ago. What people still want to say? Nigga. Because that word got power. We want to say it don't have power. But yes, it do. You still mad? You still getting your feelings? You just yanked this boy scholarship for singing a rap song. You know how much power black people got? What's the boy named Bosa? Is it Joey Bosa to play for the San Francisco 49ers? That swear he ain't really fond of black people. He playing Jordans all the time. He got to have some Jordans on his feet. He ain't wearing regular Nikes. He got Jordans on. That means he's looking at that shoe and he can say whatever he want to. But as far as he's concerned, he gonna wear the shoes made by the best because he consider himself to be the best. And the best that made that shoe, that's a bald-headed brother. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. We gonna keep it going. Because like I said, we going to Black History Month. I wanted to get that out because I really, there's a matter that's it's in my spirit. Tyre Nichols. Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills, Justin Smith. Those are the police officers that beat him to death. A sixth officer, Preston Hemphill, was charged just recently. Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills, and Justin Smith. I did not want to watch that video. I did not. No different than I didn't want to watch Black Panther 2. I did. I watched the video. The last time I saw cops, police officers, law enforcement officers, those who took an oath to serve and protect, beat a man like that, it was Rodney King. 4 police officers, if I'm not mistaken. They were all Caucasian. That's not how that played out this time around. We just saw George Floyd be murdered. That unit of police officers, that was a rainbow of ethnicities. This time around, though, it was 5 black men. Now, those of y'all that's been rocking with me and I've been rocking with y'all and everything like that, y'all know where I've been coming from since day one. Y'all know the message that I took forward, the flag that I carried forth in regards to what Derek Bozeman even alluded to on Urban Faith. Be a king? No. Be dead in the street? Be a victim in the street? Yeah. But be a king? No. We went on a 2-year journey talking about the significance of black representation, what it meant, what it signified. We did. And because we were unapologetic about that stance, we got called all types of names by people who were black. We got called all types of names by people that were black, diverting from the message. Apparently that was the 6th officer. That was Preston Hemphill in the mix, but he wasn't on film. That was Preston Hemphill. He was just arrested recently. But we had black people disparaging the family. For what reason? Those were black people disparaging another black person. For what reason? We had black people lying on a fictional character just to push their own agenda. Those 5 black police officers, had it not been for that surveillance camera from across the street, were willing to lie on Tyre Nichols just to push their own agenda. Y'all heard me say that, ask the question, well, if you lie on a black fictional character just to kill him off, to do what you want to do, What's to stop you from taking it to the next level where you would lie on a real black person and kill them all just to do what you want to do? I asked that question, and y'all heard me ask that question I don't know how many times. I said, if you don't have it within you to protect your own, even if it's just a black fictional story, if you see no value in it, because the stories are about us, they are. If you see no value in it, it says a lot about how much value you see in yourself. It does. I've read black stories in my lifetime that had nothing to do with my gender. They had nothing to do with my sexuality. I've read stories from black authors that weren't male, that weren't heterosexual. I have. I read those stories because they were black. It helped make me a better black author. Because at the end of the day, you should be able to see blackness in a black person if you're black. I can play this forward. John really sees no blackness whatsoever. He sees nothing redeemable in T'Challa, the character, the black character, T'Challa. He doesn't. Those black police officers didn't see any value in Tyree Nichols, a fellow black man. How do we look at one another and don't see any value in each other? What's going on, Racing by Heart? How do we look at each other and see no value in one another? As Mr. Ray Smith alluded to when we talk on the phone and everything like that, being a black veteran is a special brotherhood. We go off the duty stations and we understand as a black serviceman, you're already outnumbered if things go sideways. We look at each other and we learn to greet each other with the head nod. It's a sign to let us know that you're not by yourself, regardless of what branch of service you in. If I see harm coming your way, I'm right there. But we're not there. Image, representation, it does matter. It can inspire you. If you don't think it is, if you don't think images, if you don't think symbols are inspirational, why do football teams have mascots? Why are you able to see a picture of Jesus without anyone being able to say, that's Jesus? It's because it's inspirational. Images mean something. On the surface, that might seem like a petty comparison, but if you look deeper into it, it is. Being able to see value in yourself. See, the comic book that I love allows me to see value in everybody. It does. Because T'Challa is a strong black fictional male leader. He is. He's not perfect, but he's strong. Strong enough where a gay man can be his senior advisor and he not think twice about it. That man be his most trusted advisor. Isn't that what we talking about? Black women, he comes along and he say, no, you will no longer be my concubines to be, but you will do what you've been doing for over 10,000 years. Guard the throne as the warriors you know you are. Ain't that what that is? Ain't that what we talking about? Ain't that what we want? That's a fictional character. But damn, I could hear Malcolm X saying something similar. What were the Black Panthers back in the day? Weren't they a bunch of strong black men and women? Are we really finna act like all of them were heterosexual? Or were they just protectors of our people? We fragmented. We fragmented. But now we want to cry. What's going on, D-Real? We fragmented. We've been fragmented since December 8th, 2020. Some people are going to say December 10th, 2020. No, December 8th, 2020 showed me just how fragmented we are. But it's going to be how many people marching the streets right now saying what happened to him was wrong. Well, my question to those people, are you mad that a black man died? Or are you just mad? Does his death apply to you? Or is just the next best thing for you to have something to go out here and yell and bitch about? Because Black Lives Matter to who? The organization ain't changed their about statement. It still excludes black men, black heterosexual men, black men, which we were talking about, needed that representation when we started talking about recast T'Challa. When we quoted Chadwick Boseman, we've been talking about that. And in the midst of us talking about that, we had people come at us and call us what? And in the midst of it being done, what happened right before Black History Month? Five black men didn't see the value. They didn't see any black value in Tyre Nichols. They looked at that black man and they were black, but they didn't identify with that black man. There was something different that allowed them not to identify with that black man. That goddamn shield, that blue uniform, that separated their blackness, that fractured the blackness, that kept them from being black as Tyre Nichols. We've been dealing with that for damn near 2 years now. 2 years where we get fragmented as a race. What's going on, K-Pop? Black is black. I've done videos where I say black or no. My black is not conditional. It's not convenient. It's black. I haven't seen the police treat somebody like that since Rodney King. It's crazy because my mentality, our mindset is, well, if it's white cops doing that, you can't expect that from them. That's sad. And I apologize to the white police officers, but if you beat up a black man like that, that's kind of expected. We don't expect that from our own. But in the past 2 years, we've seen that we really don't care about each other as black people. We care about each other as black heterosexuals. We care about each other as black members of the LGBTQ. We care about ourselves as black misogynists. We care about ourselves as black messengers. But we don't care about ourselves as black people. No, that's convenient. We're going to come care about ourselves as black people for one whole month. And then after that month is over with, we're going to go back into our own little corners. All the while trying to ask why we're not getting the respect that we deserve. All the while asking why we can't get treated like we deserve. Because that starts with us. And we don't want to do it. We're incapable of doing it. We're selfish. We're tribalized. We're fractured. I've watched grown people, black people, lie on a fictional character just to get their money. It's no different than black police officers beating the hell out of another black man just to get their numbers up. Makes them look good. makes them feel good, makes them feel important. That's the same thing with black actors that'll do what they did to black characters. And everybody will be looking to point the finger at white people instead of pointing the finger right where it belongs, at you. I don't want to go down memory lane, and I don't want to go revisit history and preach about how successful we've been as a people, as a nation, when we handle our business as a people. I don't want to preach that. I don't want to say that when it comes to the police department, they don't need to be in your neighborhood unless they know the people in the neighborhood. But that takes a special kind of strength from a black person, from black elders. Black elders can't do it alone. They need the support of those in the black communities to stand up to the police department and say, if we don't know you, you get no help in our community. If we don't know you, you can't patrol our community. We're not on a first name basis. We don't know you, know where you kick the bobo and everything like that. You cannot be in our community because you are a threat to our community. And history shows that as long as you are in our community, without us knowing exactly who you are, at some point in time, you're subject to kill somebody in our community that's unarmed without probable cause and lie about it. That's history. That's history. That is what that is. Four-year-old son. 4-year-old son. About 150 feet away from his mother's doorstep. 5 black cops. Not one looked at him and said, that's a black man. Not one looked at him and said, he could be a father. Not one looked at him and said, he could be a son. Well, he was both. So here's my suggestion. When they get convicted, because they will, and as I said to my daughter, we've alluded to this, they're getting ready to check off all the boxes with this one. We've talked and chopped it up and everything like that. When it comes to hiring black actors to play roles and everything like that, you hired a black actor, that checks off one demographic. If the actor is gay, that checks off another demographic. If the actor is a female, you just checked off 3 minority boxes with one person. Well, guess what the judicial system is getting ready to do? All this gripe, moaning, bitching, complaining that black people have been doing about police officers not being held accountable when they kill an unarmed black person, you won't have to worry about it with this one. Because the only time a black life means anything is when a black life takes it. That's historical. That ain't me making that up. They're going to throw the book at them because they can afford to. Because watch this. The racists that are in the judicial system, notice I didn't say white. I said the racists because there's a difference. The racists in the judicial system, that's 2 for 1. They don't want black people part of the police force anyway, so they get rid of you. They don't want black people walking around like that anyway. You just killed one. The person that's going to get the lightest sentence out of everybody is the 6th officer. He wasn't even there. Think about that for a second. I want you to think about that for a second. He wasn't even there. Peaced out. So you know what he's going to get charged with is not the same thing they're going to get charged with. He's going to get a lighter sentence. He is. And because black police officers, I like this one. Watch where I go with this one. Because you had 5 men, and it's not just 5, it's just them 5 right now that got caught. But because you had 5 black men get convinced they were something else besides black. See, that's what that was. They got convinced they were something else besides black. It's quite a few of us that get convinced we're something else besides black. So when it comes to being black, we just keep dividing that damn cake up. We just keep cutting it down, keep dividing until we really ain't got nothing left. Nothing worth a damn when the unifying factor should have been he black. Could you imagine? 5 black cops, that brother should have went home. But no. You arrested him, handcuffed him, kicked him like you were kicking a football, stood him up, and took turns punching him. Four-year-old son. 4-year-old son. What I want to happen to the police officers, I can't say here. I want them to suffer. I really, really do. But more than make them suffer, because I have my own ways of going about that. More than that, what I want them to do is I want them to play the videotape when they judge them, when the judge renders his verdict and he sentences them. I want them to play the videotape of them beating him. And I want his 4-year-old son to be there. And I want each and every last police officer involved to have to explain to his 4-year-old son why you didn't bring his father home. Then I want their pension to be snatched. And I don't care if they have children. I don't. I want each police officer's pension to be snatched, and I want it to be awarded to Tyre Nichols' son. I don't want the police officers to get a damn thing. Then going forward, whatever this committee is that they have, that the police officers get carte blanche treatment, I want that done away with, post haste. But when the police officers get sentenced, because they will, and that judge reads that verdict, because they will, I want the police officers to have to face Tyre Nichols' son. And I want each and every last one of them to have to explain to his son why they did what they did. No forgiveness this time around. F forgiveness. No handing out no Bibles. No, it's going to be all right. Because when it was all said and done, you couldn't do what was needed. Be black and proud. But if they'd have been able to get away with it, they'd have been celebrating their blackness in February. Those cops didn't just disgrace their families, they disgraced black people. Quite a few of us have been disgracing black people. The police officers did it for a badge. Some of us have been disgracing black people for a paycheck. But we want to turn around in the next few days and talk about black is beautiful. We won't talk about, in the next couple of days, we're going to say, I'm black and I'm proud. But if you've been kicking it on this live, are we really? Our HBCUs are falling off when we have the ability to do something about it. Are we really black and proud? We can't make up our mind whether the word nigga got power to it or doesn't have power to it. We know damn good and well we can't take somebody calling us a nigga. So I know we can't take somebody calling us a nigger. So are we really black and proud? In regards to Kyrie Irving, he says that we're the original Jews. I say this, and I say it to anybody that has a problem with it. Well, if black people were here first, what does that tell you? We the original everything. We the OG everything. It ain't nothing to get mad about. The bones of the first person found in Africa, we are the OGs of everything. It don't matter if we say we the first Jew, if we say the original Jew, we the original Asian, if we the original German, if we the original Russian, if we the original European. It don't matter. You come from us. That's what that is. We the original Samoan. Life started in Africa and migrated other places. So it started with a get out your damn feelings about everything else, which brings me to this. And I might get in trouble for this one. I know what somebody act like and what they like to call themselves. They like to call themselves the master race and all that, everything else. But it's real, real hard for you to be the master race if you weren't here first. I was. And if I was here first, that makes me the master race. The only thing is I'm not acting like it. I'm not acting like I was here first. But what have I invented, historically speaking? I'm not acting like I'm here first. But how do I move the world, even in 2023? My fashion, my clothes, my hair. Because Bray Wyatt just showed up in, what was it? The latest wrestling events from WWE. His hair looked like mine. That ain't Bray's hair. That's mine. So when we want to talk about who should be influencing whom, I shouldn't be influenced by anybody. I do the damn influencing. I do the damn influencing. We do the damn influencing. I do the damn influencing. Every last one of us are influencers. Contrary to what Roland Martin would say. We are influence having ass fools. We are. But we got to make a decision. And I would like to see us make this decision real, real soon. Are we leaders or are we followers? Are we the teachers or are we the students? Do we run the world or do we get ran by the world? I could look at us historically. There's a lot of historical data out there. When we work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. There's a story about them, and I know y'all remember it, about us being on a slave ship. Our women being topside, our men being downside. And we were singing to each other in African languages, Xhosa, Swahili. Nobody could understand it. You ever start to think about why they don't teach African languages in school? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. And we overthrew the slave ship. They couldn't speak our language. It's an issue with rolling the tongue like that. I'm being funny because actually you have some white people in Africa right now that speak Swahili and Xhosa like it's nothing. You can pull up their YouTube videos and they got all the clicks down pat. You can learn from them. But no. Black and proud. I love my blackness, but I would be lying to you if I did not say I am very much currently ashamed of it. If we're leaders, it's time for us to start acting like leaders and stop acting like followers. If we're leaders, it's time for us to stand upright, bow our backs up and handle our business like we're supposed to if we're leaders. Right now, that ain't it. Those 5 police officers, those weren't leaders. Those were cowards. Those were followers. Those were men who weren't comfortable in being black. They felt like they had to be something more than black. And if you have to be something more than that which you are, because black is great in and of itself, God Almighty. History has shown us how great it is. But if your blackness ain't great and you got to be something else and then you got to vilify your black, there's something wrong with you. I'm not ashamed of it. Don't let those fools represent us. They don't represent me. Come on, your kid, facts, big brother. We let the world convince us to underrate ourselves. Facts. We influence the world with every Egyptian pharaoh's tomb they open. A white professor hangs his head lower and lower. A lot of us don't have true pride in who we are. Most of us aren't. Most of us aren't. But enough of us are. But Shooter, you asked me tonight, what was this live about? It really was a call to action. The Recast T'Challa movement, it stands for something. It's actually bigger than just recasting T'Challa. The problems that are affecting our society today, we've talked about those in various slides. We've used the comic books to point them out. We used the character to point them out. We've used the actor to point them out. We have. But those problems are prevalent. What we saw with Tyree Nichols was a black man being mistreated by other black men for no reason, being murdered by black men for no reason. It's not a stretch for me to point out the similarities between how a black man was treated by black people and how a black character was treated by black people. It's not that much of a stretch because the black character is fictional. It did nothing to you. But if you mistreat a character that doesn't exist, can't talk to you, can't punch you, can't hit you, can't call you out your name, what will you do to a real person that possesses the ability to do all those things? Listen, I'm finna go. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and everything like this. It's Black History Month is coming right around the corner, but black cannot be conditional. One of the things that I love about my time being in the Marine Corps was they used to tell us at boot camp, you only got one color, green, but even the green had two shades to it. There's light green and there's dark green. And there's something to be said about going to a duty station, knowing that if you looked at your fellow brothers and everything like that, the dark greens were cool. But I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna end you with a story like this. It's a real story. I'm in Camp Del Mar, California, Schools Battalion, 1987. I'm gonna tell you a story about unification, what it's supposed to look like, what it does look like, what it can look like. I go to Mexico, and they used to tell you all the time, hey, listen, you got curfew. Do not let 10 o'clock catch you on the other side of the border. And we would go. Went to Mexico. Theo dropping gems, and hey man, listen, I just want us to do better. I want us to do better as a people, first, foremost. And I want us to do better as a country. Because I've seen a little bit of some of it, what it really, really looked like. So we go to Mexico, and I want to say it was Tijuana, where I went and everything like that. And I went with myself and three other brothers. And we went to the Mexican strip club. Don't do that. I was young, don't do that. We went. In that strip club, there were service members from all branches, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine. It was. And I was there. A young lady came and sat down beside me and everything, stripping and everything, tugging on my pockets. I thought she was trying to tug on something else. Don't do that, I'm saying. But I got up to leave. My wallet was gone. I wasn't in America. I wasn't. I was on foreign soil. But my wallet was gone. I looked at all the men in that bar. Different ethnicities, different races, different cultures, different American military uniforms on. Some of them you couldn't tell by the uniform. You just had to look at the haircut. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And I stood up and I said, hey, I don't know what's going on and I don't know what we finna do. But the young lady came around here and she just stole my wallet. And my wallet had $400 in it. And who all in the military right now? Everybody raise their hand up. If she don't return my wallet with all $400 in it right now, we finna set this damn thing off and I ain't playing. Who with me? The whole bar stood up. The whole strip club stood up. And they started yelling. Started hitting on tables. The manager came out. The manager apologized. Brought the young lady out. She gave me my wallet back. I counted the money. All $400 was in there. The manager asked me if I wanted a private lap dance. I said, no, you can't do a damn thing for me. Me and the fellas left. My wallet, my $400. No problems whatsoever. Because down the street, walking the street, there was a service member everywhere you could turn. There was somebody in a uniform. Might not have been the uniform you had on, but it was somebody in a uniform. It was. That's what America is. That's what America is supposed to be about. That's what Black unification, Black solidarity is supposed to be about. At no point in time when I stood up did I give two damns about what somebody's ethnicity was. At no point in time did I give a damn what somebody's gender was. I didn't care what their religion was. Their religion was. I didn't care about none of that. You riding with me or not? I'm sure you have a similar story. Mine was the police jacking us for our money. Yes. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes. Yes. Let's get back to being black and proud. It's the reason why I said the Rock With Me Nation, because it's about rocking with one another. It's not about our differences. It's about our similarities. We all got differences. That's why I like Happy People by Frankie Beverly. That's why I like One Nation Under a Groove by Parliament Funkadelic. You hear me preach all that. Honestly, that's why T'Challa and all of the stories of Wakanda are my favorite, because it's about everybody. You want to talk about inclusion? That's what Wakanda is, inclusion. We can get it right here, but as black people, we got to stop excluding each other based on some BS. This ain't Spike Lee's School Days where we got good or bad hair. We got those who pledged against those who didn't pledge. We got the jocks against the against the band. That's not what we do. If you're a black social media influencer, and I'm saying it today, if you're a black social media influencer, and after what happened to Tyre Nichols, you can still go forward on your social media platform and still preach division amongst black people just for clicks and likes, use an irresponsible ass. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna go. I want to do this live. I was gonna do it as a repping the red for my college shows and everything like that. Facts, Gray. We do need to wake up. We good, but let us tell it we already woke, right? But I was gonna do this as repping red college game show tonight. I'm gonna say college football show, but I felt like all of these things tied up, so I didn't want to do it like that. Didn't want to wait till Wednesday. I wanted to come in here and chop this up with y'all. I say this to my people: find like-minded black folks and go from there. Some of us are too far gone, and it's a waste to even be around some of these wicked Negroes. Rep who reps you. Oaktown A, I couldn't agree with that more. I could not agree with that more. I got jacked by Mexican police in 2018, had to pay $50 to get out of going to jail. That's all I can do is shake my head. If you was in the military and been on TJ, I'm sure you, straight up blue, straight up. Let's get back, man. Let's get back to sharing this love and everything like that. Let's get back to preaching the knowledge that we preach. Let's keep on talking about T'Challa and everything like that. And let's remember before I go tonight, black is black. Black is black. Let's stop dividing ourselves based on what somebody does or doesn't do and everything like that. If it ain't bothering you, it's not harming you. And when I say not harming you, because everybody got a right to live as long as they're living their lives as a responsible adults and everything like that. Let's just get back to being black. Let's get back to being black. And to the family of Tyre Nichols and everything like that. From the Rock With Me Nation, you have our thoughts, you have our prayers. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.